Not much chance. Completely cut loose from purpose. He was a young man riding a bus on the way to somewhere. And it began to snow. And the bus stopped at a little cafe in the hills and the passengers entered.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die,
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Dear Diary,
Thy will be done.
today I'm 5.
As in heaven. Give us this day our daily
Mom
bread.
took me to the store and told me I could have anything I wanted.
Trespass against
But
us.
she said the toy I picked was too expensive.
But deliver us from
She gave me a shiny bracelet and told me to never lose it. She said she would teach me how to tell the time with it.
Who is God? Well, it's an invisible person.
Dear Diary, today at school, Miss Shepherd took us somewhere on a bus. She asked us why we were there, but I didn't know. I accidentally broke Mom's bracelet. I didn't know how to read it anyway.
he could be sitting on the table right now, but you can't see him.
If he was a bad man, he'd make everything bad. He wouldn't have electricity. He wouldn't make people. That's what would happen if God was nice. He was God. Well, a lot of people think it's just a feeling, but I think he's.
The bus stopped at a little cafe in the hills and the passengers entered. He sat at the counter with the others and he ordered, and the food arrived. And the meal was particularly good, and the coffee. The waitress was unlike the women he had known. She was unaffected, and there was a natural humor which came from her. The fry cook said crazy things, and the dishwasher in the back laughed, a good, clean, pleasant laugh.
Do you ever stop and look back on your life and think about the things that have made you who you are? Just doesn't make sense to me. I guess I'm at a point in my life when I just can't obsess over my past or my future. You just have to live your life day by day, you know? Just let things come your way. Let them surprise you. Because you can never really know what's to come anyway, can you? You should focus on living well, and with that comes a reverence for all life. Because you don't just live for yourself. Your life is about others as well. You live for your loved ones, your friends and family. So take my advice. Live freely, and everything will just kind of make sense. Oh, whoa, what time is it?
The young man watched the snow through the window, and he wanted to stay in that cafe forever. The curious feeling swam through him that everything was beautiful there. And it would always stay beautiful there. And then the bus driver told the passengers that it was time to board. And the young man thought, I'll just stay here. I'll just stay here. And then he rose and he followed the others onto the bus.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Richard. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, my little son. My little 28-year-old son. Well, you were born by now because you were born about 5 o'clock in the morning. You have a lovely day.
How are we supposed to live good lives? There's all this darkness within our culture, within ourselves. It's all so ironic. Are we supposed to take responsibility for living in that kind of irony? People don't even stop to question it. They just go on thinking that the world makes sense. Where's the attitude leading us? I mean, there are times when we think it all makes sense, but does it ever really? I swear, this train of thought's enough to drive me insane. And think about this. Think about this. Look at the people who have actually gone insane. Do they feel any sense of purpose in their lives? Do they see life as some miracle? And the people who try to cure them, are they just robbing these nut jobs of who they are? Maybe that's where we all end up. Do you think? I just thought maybe you'd be able to soak this in.
And then he rose and he followed the others onto the bus. He found his seat and looked at the cafe through the window. And then the bus moved off, down a curve, downward, out of the hills. And the young man looked straight forward. And he heard the other passengers speaking of other things, or they were reading or trying to sleep. The young man put his head to one side, closed his eyes and pretended to sleep. There was nothing else he could do. Just listen to the sound of the engine, and the sound of the tires, and the snow.
So, here we are. And now we're here. And now we're here. Bordering on self-parody now. It's not like we have much choice. We're all in the same boat. All along for the same ride. It's a good way to look at it, huh? It's like some car ride or something. Only your rear view mirrors are fucked. And your clock in the dashboard never really gives you the right time. And there's no driver. We're all just sitting here passively. This has got to be one goddamn big vehicle to fit all of us crazy bastards in it. Alright, I'll drop it. What we really think it's all about is context. Like we're really gonna find something buried deep inside us, or in the past, or some other crazy abstract idea. Or that we'll find God in a bag of Cheetos. It's all part of the whole process though, isn't it? I know you've been there. We all have. Even now, there are millions, billions of people waiting for their lives to be resolved in a segment of Wheel of Fortune. An endless one. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'll sum it up in one quote. One shall live for thee, and one must not plogue for thee. All how we fain for the greatest gift, shall not we say we dote for one? Yeah. Times like these, it's best to just say, fuck it, and just go along with it.